Hey guys, so it's been a while since I made a video, and so I decided I needed to sit down and kind of tell you a little bit of what I've been up to makeup wise and show you a few things that I have purchased since we last talked. So really it's mostly two palettes that I purchased over the last month, and I was just kind of gonna share my thoughts with you and tell you about which ones I really liked and why I think maybe they could work for you, etc. So I did go to Sephora over the last couple of weeks, and something that kind of happened that I was really sad about was this is my NARS bottle. This is the Sheer Glow Foundation. And so I was putting my makeup on, and I put this back in the makeup cabinet, and some horrifying accident took place, and like the top snapped off my pump. So I was really bummed about that. But I just wanted to show you guys this because in case you didn't know, NARS actually does sell separate pumps for their bottles, which makes taking the product out a lot easier. So I did go get my replacement pump yesterday, and I just wanted to show you that there was this convenient, awesome way to get your product out if you're a NARS user. These are, I believe, $6 to purchase, and so it just goes in there like that, and you screw it on. And so these are really handy. I don't know if you haven't had a lot of experience with the NARS bottles, but their tops tend to be really annoying to turn on because there's like a harder casing on top. Anyway, blah 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 blah. So now I have a new one and I'm excited. It just totally makes life 10 times easier to have one of those. So now to the real fun. I was going to talk about two palettes that I have bought. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Kat Von D palette that I've just purchased. I've never actually tried any Kat Von D products, so I was really curious. I saw some fun like tutorials on YouTube and stuff, and I've heard good things about her foundation and things like that. And so I wanted to give something a try. So I went into Sephora and I picked up the Esperanza palette. It is the cutest packaging. There's a sugar skull on the front and like all these really fun summery colors. And then the back is just like a really simple back like that. So it's super cute. I'm not sure if this is a limited edition palette, but I saw a YouTuber do a review on it. I was like, that was really cool. So I'm just gonna show you the inside. It's not the nicest like quality wise packaging, but it's still really fun to look at, and it really does stand out. So these are the shades. It comes with 8 shades, and then there is this color, I believe it's called Dayglow, which is a transformer shade, and I had never seen this in a palette, but it's really cool because what it basically does is you compare any of the shades on the palette with this Dayglow and it changes color. Now I haven't tried it with all of the shades. I know the one I noticed the biggest change of color is when it's paired with, this is called Santeria. So it's really cool. I can do a quick swatch for you. So basically I'm gonna take Santeria. So this is Santeria on its own. Let me just put it right here on my hand for you. So that's what it looks like. Then I'm gonna take Dayglow, which is the transformer shade. So that's what it looks like on its own. And then let me see here, get the lighting right. And so I just kind of rub it on. And how cute is that? So it changes Dayglow into a like a I want to say like a greeny, more of a shimmer, bluey green gray. I don't know how best to describe that, but yeah, it's really cool. I mean, it's different, and I've never seen that before. So I was actually, you can kind of maybe see it on my fingers, but so this is the original color, and then that's what the transformer changes it into this really cute color as well. So so that you know, kind of sold me. I was really curious. I was like, oh my god, I need to go check this palette out. And that's kind of what I did. So this product retails at, I believe, like $36. And I hadn't bought a palette since I got Naked 3. And so I was like, oh, I'm so curious. I'm just ready to switch things up. And now what I'm going to tell you about this palette is that it's no, I mean, it's no Naked, it's no, you know, Urban Decay palette. It's not the electric. Like if you're looking for colors that are really gonna be super pigment on your face and like really be bright and like you're gonna wear this to like a concert or like your wedding, you know, and you wanted your colors to be super pigmented on your eyelids, I wouldn't say this palette is for you. If you're looking to switch up the colors you use on your face, like I know I wrote about this palette on my blog and I talked a lot about how I've been kind of stuck in the copper tones and the bronzers for a really long time. Well, this is kind of a nice palette to ease you out of that, kind of like a makeup rut that you're in. I really like to do, one of my favorite looks is kind of what I have on right now. I do have a little bit of like liquid liner, but apart from that, the rest of my eye look is the Esperanza palette. So what I usually do is I use South as the highlighter, which is this one. So I put that on, and then Galore is my base. It's like a glitzy peach color. And then what I've loved doing recently is kind of using either this color or the purple or this really fun like coral, it's called Placebo, in my crease. And it's been amazing. Like it just kind of like brightens up my face, but it's not too much color where you're like, okay, like maybe you should be at the club instead of out, you know, in the daylight. So it's not a very, it's not gonna like, you can build on it, but it's not gonna be like, the purple is not gonna look exactly like this. It's gonna be like a very light shimmer, like a hint of color, which is great for morning time, you know, when you're just kind of trying to put some color on your face but you don't want to overwhelm your face. That's what I love about this palette. I do have an Urban Decay palette that's a little bit older, similar colors to the electric. They're very bright, they're very pigmented. As soon as I put them on my eyelids, you know, the color is true to the palette. And a lot of the times I struggle with that palette because I don't want it to look like I put on a ton of color on my face, you know, because that's a little, it's just not my style. I like to use it for nighttime and when I'm doing something really toned down, but this is a great way to inject some color onto your face without looking like you have too much color on. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's kind of how I see it. The next two things I got from Sephora are actually samples. I'm so excited to try these out. I got the Kat Von D. This is the Lock It Tattoo Foundation. I was so excited because my friend she actually uses this foundation, or she did use it, I think, and it's kind of more like really thick, and it's mostly, I believe, for like oilier skin because I won't like dry it out, but it's supposed to be really like thick. So I was like, I really want to try it, but let me just get a sample. And then I also got the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-hour full coverage. Super excited to try both of those out. I have two different friends that use both products and I've heard really good things, so I'm excited. I will keep you posted on how that goes in case you're kind of curious too. And yeah, I guess something that I had forgotten, and I mean, I'm sure everyone does this, is that, you know, if you're not sure about something, just get a sample. Just ask at Sephora and they will give you samples. Sometimes, you know, you just, I don't know, I feel bad sometimes asking for samples, and now I'm just like, hey, would you, I mean, I might come back and buy this, so let me get a sample. So Words of wisdom. Just kidding. Okay, so then I got one more thing. This is kind of a story. I have been using the same not blush, same bronzer for a while now. A Urban Decay baked bronzer, and I don't even know if they make this anymore because I was at Sephora yesterday and I was like, do you guys still make do they still make this? And she kind of looked at me like, okay, you need to stop living in the Stone Age. Just kidding. But really though, I've used it forever, and I was like, I finally like got through the product and I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited. I have a new reason to go shopping. And so I was on the hunt for blush, and what I've kind of noticed with myself is that I put way more research into buying things now. I've kind of gotten a little bit smarter with my purchases. You know, you kind of realize that there's a lot of information out there, and you want to make sure you're checking out reviews and what people recommend. So what I did was I kind of went on the Sephora page. There's tons of reviews on there by people that actually use the product. So I went on there and I was kind of just looking in their bronzer section. A couple really caught my eye. There was I was obviously, you know, really convinced that I would need to try NARS Laguna because everyone loves that one. I also wanted to try maybe like Hoola by Benefit. There's just a lot of good bronzers out there, so it's a really tough decision to make. So kind of why you're glad that our Sephora is like the size of my living room and not the size of the one in like Times Square, because your choices are limited, so less hassle. That's what I like. So anyway, so I was at Sephora just like walking around swatching my the different blushes, and I was like, I guess NARS actually has a darker shade than Laguna called Casino, maybe I think it's called. So I was hoping that. Then I also found a Tarte, because my biggest conundrum was matte or like shimmer bronzer, and I had the baked was more shimmery, but then I'm like, oh, matte sounds fun, and you know, you can use it for contouring and things like that. So anyway, what I finally settled with was the Too Faced. This is Bonjour Soleil. It's a limited edition palette for the summer, and this stuff, I'm so freaking excited because I'm really bad at trying different makeup brands. I've kind of just been in that like my little bubble of like NARS and Urban Decay and NARS and Urban Decay and maybe like a few drugstore things, some NYX. So it's like I need to widen my horizons and check out something else. So I went with Bonjour Soleil by Too Faced. Now they are pretty well known for their bronzers, and I did see this on Sephora. It doesn't have as many ratings as, of course, like a NARS. I think there's about 25 reviews on here, but this palette has an average of 4.9, so it's practically a 5, and I was like, why not? So this is what the colors look like. This is Chocolate Soleil, which is the matte shade. Next one is Sunny Bunny, which is a natural illuminizer. And then the next color is Snow Bunny, which is an illuminizing bronzer. Now, I haven't tried these two shades yet, but I did use Chocolate Soleil on my cheekbone today. I'm not a heavy makeup user. I think I just don't know how much to put on when I'm on the camera, but I just put on like a regular amount, but I love it. And the best part about this palette and the Chocolate Soleil is it's chocolate scented. So if you don't end up putting it on your face, you might end up eating it. Just kidding. No, but for real, I'm excited because you can like smell the chocolatiness. So yeah, and so I put it on my face. I do smell like a hint of chocolate. So if you're not a chocolate girl, you probably don't need this palette. But yeah, so like I said, I had multiple options, and then I saw this and I was like, ugh. So I believe this product is about 44, retails at 44, which is like the range for bronzers. I mean, a really good one starts at about 28. I think the most expensive one at our Sephora is the Marc Jacobs, and that's like 60. So I mean, I really didn't do enough research to know what I was getting myself into with this product, but I think I hit the freaking jackpot because once I got home, I watched a ton of YouTube reviews on this product, and a lot of people said this was a great buy because you get a sampler of all three of these products. They're a little bit, I think somebody said they were half the size of the regular Too Faced bronzers, but basically you're getting to sample them, and they're all part of their permanent line. So if I try these out and I end up loving one and I run out, I can always go to Too Faced and get the same thing in a full size. So I'm really excited. I guess the packaging maybe is limited edition and like being able to buy it in a set, but it's a great value. I love the texture. They're really like soft, and that's the chocolate Soleil on my finger, and I still have some of that. I don't really want to swatch it right now because it's just gonna turn into a frigging mess, but love it. If you're out and about looking for some bronzer, I would recommend this. It comes with the matte, it comes with the shimmer bronzer duo, and then it comes with an illuminizer. So this is going to be great for highlighting, it's going to be great for contour, it's going to be great for just, you know, everyday wear, it's going to be great for travel. It comes in a really great case with a little mirror. It's perfect. So I'm really stoked. I was a little bit on the fence with the price because I believe Laguna was cheaper, but I was like, you know, this makes more sense. This is a different brand than what I have, so I'm trying something out and I get a lot more product. So I'm really excited about my two summer purchases. The other thing I was going to say really quick about Esperanza was when I first got this palette, I was like, shit, why did I buy it? Because I was expecting the colors to look more true to the palette. And what I've learned about the Esperanza is with a little bit of primer, so I use my Urban Decay primer, which I'm not very good at using primer all the time, so this was a big change, but once I put the primer on, you could tell the difference. The color stays to my eyes better, and I just think that it's not a bright palette. I mean, when you think Kat Von D, you're gonna think like it's just gonna like stick onto my face. It's not one of those like pop palettes, but it's perfect. It's very toned down. It's great. I love it. You should try it. It's a great price. It's a great product. One last thing I was gonna do a little bit of a shout out to. I didn't get this at Target, but I didn't get it at Sephora. I got it at Target. It's a Revlon. This is a primer. It's a photo ready primer. They are really stepping up their primer packaging game in the drugstore brands, I believe. But this is amazing. I was excited for this because I've been using NYX for a while now, and I wanted to try something else. I was thinking of going with something not drugstore, but I saw this and I was like, look at the size of this, look at how much product you get. This was $10, and it's really not any different from any other primer I've tried. I mean, it goes on top of your skin after, like, before foundation, so it's important, but is it important enough to spend like a lot of money on? I don't know. I really like this. I've used it a couple of times since I bought it. I just love the price, how much I get with it, and it works great. So if you're looking for a starter primer, or if you're just looking for primer, I would recommend this Revlon Photo Ready Perfecting Primer. It's a smooth, great consistency, and it has a freaking pump. So if that doesn't convince you, I don't know what will. But I've been going on for way longer than I planned, so I am going to say goodbye to you, and thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helped. In case you're looking for a eyeshadow palette or a bronzer palette this summer, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. And if you have any questions about the palettes I bought or the things I talked about today, please leave me a comment, because I love helping people with their makeup questions. And I know that there are tons and tons of YouTubers out there, but you know, I have plenty of time and I love doing the research. So if you have a question, please go ahead and comment below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this, and have a great day.